Hey, what up, y'all? This is your boy, the Realtor Justin, and I'm coming at you with a video on month supply of inventory. So I've been hearing that, get thrown around a lot, especially in this market. And I wondered, all right, does anybody even know what that means? Is there any importance to it, honestly, or is it just a regular stat for the heck of it? So what it means is basically what amount of time would it take for the inventory that we have now to sell? We got a little definition over here. Number of months it would take active homes to sell at a current market pace. So let's say that there's, 100 homes right now for sale. How long would it take for that to sell if, hypothetically speaking, nothing were to come up? And I could give you guys an example of a formula. Probably leave that for another video. But right now, according to New Jersey Board of Associations, we have 2.5 months worth of supply. So again, if nothing were to come up on the market, starting from now, what we have active, it would take 2.5 months to sell. And again, some of you are wondering, okay, what does that mean? Why does it matter? It matters because whether you're a seller or a buyer, it gives you a good of indication of where you have to be, either to get your property sold for top dollar or to get your offer accepted if you're coming in and you've been shopping around. So again, we have 2.5 months worth of supply. They're saying that to have a healthy market, you want to be anywhere from 5-6 months and up, because that way buyers have a little more option as to what they're able to shop for. I could speak from experience that I've seen buyers not even be fully content with what they're looking at, but still having to come in aggressively because again, they've been shopping around for some time. They want to finally get into a property. So again, 2.5 months worth of supply. That shows us right there that we're in what they call a seller's market. So you're wondering, what's a seller's market? Write that down over here. Seller's market versus buyer's market. And I know I'm writing a little crooked, but we're gonna be all right. So seller's market versus buyer's market. Again, we're on this side, which is showing, indicating that we have a lack of inventory. Right now, we're gonna say we're in the seller's market. Why is that? Because sellers have leverage. Let's use my guy Passaic, who recently just sold, for example. Listed his property at $629, right? And then he sold for $665. Damn it. Okay. So within that time, he received 4 offers. All of them came in over ask. So we're at a point where people, they're not even trying to, offer asking price. They know it's a waste of time. Again, because we're in a seller's market, you have to come in aggressively. There isn't enough inventory out there. There's been people that have been shopping around for 3, 5, 6 months, and they're getting to the point where it's like, damn, we just have to come in way above asking if we're gonna even be entertained. So unfortunately, 3 of these people, they have to just go look for something else. They were working with me, that wouldn't be the case. But hey. All right, so look. So if we were in a buyer's market, again, we would have more supply. And again, the reason why that matters is me coming in from an investor's perspective. I would want to keep track of stuff like this because if I'm looking to shop around, a lot of, especially, it also comes down to what's, who you're working with as a realtor in all seriousness, because, there's a lot of realtors, and, I've been there, especially early in my career, where you don't want to tell your client no. Let's say a property, again, $629 gets listed yesterday, and you have a client who's like, oh, let's go check it out. You show them the property, and they say, you know what, let's try to negotiate a bit. Let's start at $550. I've seen it happen. Again, I've been there, realtors will submit that offer and say, oh, you know, I know it probably won't get accepted, but my client really wanted to, you know, try it at this. You know, you're wasting your time as a buyer, and you're wasting your realtor's time, honestly, because that's not gonna fly. You know, if we're in the market where the seller knows he's gonna, at minimum, receive what he's asking for, you coming in low like that is gonna get you nowhere. All right. So again, that will give you a good indication. If you're a seller, let's say you were a seller, but you're closer to being in the buyer's market, where there's a healthier supply of inventory. You don't want to be the guy who's you know, coming in super high. If all the properties around your neighborhood are selling at 500, don't be the guy that lists at 630 because you want to see how far it goes. Your property's just gonna sit on the market, and you know, the longer it sits there, the less appealing it's gonna seem to people when it comes time to setting up showings or requesting showings with their agents. So again, it gives you a good idea of where you should be at, what type of incentives you should be offering if you're a seller. And then buyers, you know, it allows you to not only come in more aggressively, but also get creative with your agent. Talk to your agent. Listen, what do we have to do to make this deal happen? Obviously, it's gonna come down to numbers, but you know, I've made deals happen where you know, a seller took our offer because we decided to do a trash out on the property, meaning, you know, they had a lot of stuff that they didn't want to get rid of. We offered to, you know, take the property with all the trash, and we did, you know, all the dumping ourselves. Where, you know, somebody may have came probably 5,000-10,000 over us in terms of pricing, but being able to offer that you know, that cleanup seems like a less of a load, I guess, for the seller. So again, knowing where you're at allows you to get a little creative if you're a buyer or if you're a seller. So yeah, again, we have 2.5 months worth of supply. If you're wondering why it seems like there's a lack of inventory, you know, that's obviously one of the indicators. And then, you know, there's honestly a lot of things, you know, interest rates being high. You know, you have a lot of sellers who want to sell. They're excited about the equity that they've, you know, built up throughout the years, but you know, they're sitting at home with 3% interest rate. You got a 3% interest rate from 2018, and you want to sell. Let's say you're looking to downsize, but right now interest rates are 7%. So you're gonna be, you know, selling your property to then move into something where you're gonna be paying $1,000 to $1,500 more on your mortgage than where you currently are. Doesn't seem that exciting. That being said, it's always a great time to buy. You know, there's a phrase that I like. I didn't make this up. I saw it online somewhere. That if, you know, you want to plant a tree, the best time to plant the tree was 25 years ago. The second time is now. So, you know, sitting and waiting, hoping for the market to change. I know many of you have already realized that doesn't work. So it's just a matter of, you know, trying to get creative, understanding of what you have to do, you know, to play the game right now at the current market that we're in. So again, hope this gives you guys a little more information on what's happening now in the market. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me.